When you are the GOAT, they compare you to others. Check this out, y'all.
Season. That is something that has not been accomplished in the National Football League since the Giants in the late 50s and early 60s. And if Mahomes does it, he will once again shut out Josh Allen from reaching the big game, the same thing he did to Lamar Jackson a year ago. This is a level of one-sided dominance that we have never seen in the NFL. If you think about it, even during Tom Brady's reign, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Big Ben, Aaron Rodgers, all of them won championships. What Patrick is doing transcends football. It reminds me of another GOAT who used to wear red.
Another GOAT.
Michael Jordan won 6 titles in the 90s and stunted the legacies of the other great players of his time.
Sure
to quote
did.
Chris Berman, I remember because I was there. Let's start with Charles Barkley. He was an 11-time All-NBA player. He was the MVP of the league in 93 on a Suns team that won a league-high 62 games.
62
that was his best chance
games.
to win a championship.
Best
But he ran into
chance.
Michael. And in the finals, Jordan set a record by averaging 41 points a game. Charles would never appear in the finals again.
Never.
And there's Patrick Ewing. He had a 15-year career with the Knicks, and he was tremendous. But Ewing never won a championship because he was in the same conference as Jordan. They met 5 times in the playoffs. Jordan won all 5.
All
in 92,
5.
the Knicks
That's
forced
dominance.
Game 7. Michael scored 42 points. In 93, the Knicks won 60 games. Jordan came back from 2-0 down to win the series. And then probably the biggest legacy that Jordan rewrote was Karl Malone.
Man, feel bad for him.
His 14 All-NBA selections are the most of any player without a championship. But of course, in the 2 years he made the finals with Utah, he ran into Michael. The flu game in 97, the buzzer beater in 98. He lost both finals because Jordan was just something
Too much.
that neither Malone, nor Ewing, nor Barkley could ever match. So, on Sunday, we will see if Allen can break through, have his 2006 Peyton Manning
Can
moment.
Patrick
If he does, maybe
Mahomes
this
be
whole
the
conversation
Jordan
changes.
of the
But if he doesn't,
NFL?
and one of the most prolific winners in the history of sports will continue to add to his legacy while his team of rivals will just have to continue to wait for theirs. Will not be remembered as so because they had the unfortunate timing of playing during his heyday. And one wonders if Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and others will wind up suffering the same fate, right?
Yeah, I mean, Patrick's done it to a bunch of them. Patrick has muted their greatness, not intentionally, but the reality is he's muted their greatness or their own potential legacy moments because how great he has been. And to think that he is doing this in an era where it's actually set up for you to be incapable of doing it because of the salary, I think elevates it even to a different level. And what we're watching in this evolution of a quarterback as well. You talk about Tiger Woods. I'm a massive Tiger Woods fan. When he changes his swing in the middle of being the best golfer in the world, you're going, why are you changing your swing? Because there's always something more. We've watched Patrick Mahomes go from 55 touchdowns to, no, I'm going to change the style of play that I play with because that's what's necessary to win. The way he carries himself, the way he handles himself, the way that he talks within the media on top of his play makes him certainly in the conversation.
Because Patrick Mahomes is known for having won in a big game throughout the playoffs.
It makes me feel fortunate that I was able to get to a Super Bowl before the ascension of him in 2018,
Right.
where you look back and like, well, we got him before he really got going. But I think it's just truly remarkable what he's been able to do because you mentioned all those other names, and we look at, even when you're keeping the basketball comparison, the dominance of a LeBron James, but even while LeBron is dominating, Steph Curry gets a championship, and other guys get a chance to chime in. So this Mahomes era, where you would expect, well, there's probably a year where he doesn't go to the point of a Peyton Manning, but he hasn't relinquished any of that. And I think that's the fun thing because he started as the young kid on the rise to now everybody is hating and wishing for the downfall, and he's done it all over.
As Hembo pointed out, the last team to three-peat in football was the 1965-67 Packers. They did it with up to 16 teams in the league when they had to win 7 playoff games over 3 years in an era where there was no salary cap. Patrick Mahomes is so great that the salary cap that's designed to neutralize the playing field has become irrelevant to them. That they just keep winning over and over. And now we see whether he can do that again and continue to be like Jordan and Brady, or whether Josh Allen can rise up in a way that Patrick Ewing and Karl Malone and some of these other players could not.
I mean, you guys
Over time, and you pointed out, Michael Jordan, that when you watched them, you knew they were going to find a way to come out on top.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan was that way. Tom Brady was that way.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Real Talk now.